Hey guys, it's your brother in Christ, Weston. Thanks for joining me today. So today's article comes out of End Times Headlines. Let's get into it. Okay, it says here, experts, by the way, are warning America to prepare now as H5N1 spreads to all 50 states. We've done topics about it. I really should cover that about the guy who claims to be Antichrist. I just don't feel like that's right. Anyways, as a guy over here, man claims to be the Mahdi, which would be Antichrist in Christendom. I probably should cover it. Maybe I will. But anyways, it's a different topic. I saw the thing over there. It says we've covered this numerous times, and the Trump admin was trying to expedite the release of some therapeutics or whatnot, and I was like, pump the brakes. Like, hold on, bro. Not this again. Um, and H5N1 is a far deadlier percentage rate. You're gonna hear my wife and my son. My wife is singing in the background, and my son is singing with her. My wife's a vocal coach, and she's a worship leader at our church. And so my son and her sing. I am not a singer, so don't ask me to sing. I can talk though. I can do that. Yeah. But you might hear them in the background singing a tune or two. It says here, a group of leading health experts have issued a grave warning about rising threat of H5N1 that could potentially spark the next major blankemic in the United States. It says, issued a grave warning about a rising. Okay, but it hit all 50 states. According to the recent report covered by Daily Mail, the highly pathogenic bird flu has already begun infecting mammals, including cattle and humans. Alert stems from the surge in H5N1 across or outbreaks across country, particularly among dairy cattle and several U.S. states. What's deeply concerning to virologists and epidemiologists is the virus's ability to jump from birds to mammals and then now to humans. While only one human while only one human case has officially been confirmed, an individual in Texas, that's where I live at, greatest United States of Texas, who reported eye inflammation after working with infected cattle. Incident revealed that the virus is evolving in ways that suggested increased transmissibility across species. There's only one, but you're fast tracking a therapeutic, and now you're sending something like this, which is grave warnings. There's one. This is what happens when fear mongering is at its finest. I'm telling you, this will be Fauci 2.0. Don't do this. Not to say we don't take it seriously, and do not fall for what happened last time. Dr. Rick Bright, a virologist and former director of Biomedical Advanced Research Development Authority, or BARDA, emphasized the danger in an interview with the Daily Mail. He pointed out that H5N1 acquires mutations, allowing it to spread efficiently between humans. It could lead to a pandemic with a high fatality rate, far deadlier than C19. Yes, that's true. Historical data on H5N1 shows a human fatality rate around 50% in previously confirmed global cases, though the infections typically arose from direct bird contact. The recent spread in cattle is unprecedented. The virus has never before been observed circulating extensively among mammals in the U.S., and scientists are racing to understand how it's spreading. Some indications are that contaminated milk may be a transmission vector, although pasteurization is believed to kill the virus. What? Still, raw milk consumption and exposure during dairy processing poses concerns. In response to the escalating threats, the CDC and the WHO are closely monitoring the situation. I don't even know if you can trust them, to be honest with you. The amount of things that have come out with that, and the amount of those things have been politicized in terms of since the C19. You would think that who's going to even trust those centers anymore? Those what am I trying to say? Those organizations that seem like they're more for profit than protecting the health of people. Not to say all bad actors are bad, and not to label one spot all bad actors. But with the whole thing that happened, no buts, and with the whole thing that happened in 2020, I just have a hard time trusting you. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, has begun testing cattle herds and increased surveillance of both mammals and human infections. Experts stress that it's now the time for global preparedness. This includes stockpiling V-words, investing in rapid diagnostics, and enhancing public awareness. If failure to act swiftly, they warn, could result in repeating the early missteps of C word 19 crisis, this time with a virus that may be even more lethal. What that virus was supposed to be lethal, was supposed to be so deadly that you would lose your job and be a second-rate citizen and demonized all over the place. Do you remember that? People were spraying, people were wiping down their groceries with antibacterial wipes, antivirus wipes, or whatever. Unreal. One person, by the way. That's what it said. The warning is a reminder that pandemics don't always originate in distant countries or follow familiar patterns. H5N1 continues to mutate, infect new species within the United States. Vigilance and early intervention are crucial to preventing another global health catastrophe. Yes, that doesn't also mean that we have V words stuck in us or therapeutics that are harmful and things with side effects that people still today of the C word did the thing, fell into the fear mongering of it, and now are paying for it and losing their lives. You're not going to get me to do it unless I know that we know that the side effects are not anything near whatever they are, and there's been proper testing, something that actually works. Meaning that it has been so tested and proven that it's actually safe. So, anyways, that's the video, guys. If you like the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you think about this topic, because this, I feel like, is going to catch wind under its sails. Remember, one person. It was only one person here. So, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like the response of this in a way of putting something in you and manufacturers preparing to do that again and trying to quiet the publicity of, or being public with their documents and their testing for 75 years, Pfizer, cough, cough. Yeah. So anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one.